already? Oh, okay. So we're back, and this is going to be part 2 of a 3-part series, I guess, of me showing off TIE fighters that I've built in Trailmakers. Now, here we have the base template that I use for all of my TIE fighters. So, if you want to find this on the workshop, it is literally it's on the PlayStation Workshop, because I know like all the workshops are interlinked, which kind of that's interesting, but yeah. So if you want to find it, it is called TIE Fighter Ball, which I mean that's about as accurate of a description of this as you're gonna get. But yeah, it has the basic functions. It has your pitch, yaw, and roll. So you got all that packed into this. Uh, and of course, along with the blasters. So yeah, it's got that going on for it. No, it seems that I didn't reset the pistons to not have controls. But let's start off by showing the Tie D. Now, if you don't know what the Tie D is, I think it was back in very early 2000s, LEGO did a set for the Tie D, which is essentially a TIE fighter, but it would be, rather than having an actual pilot, it would be controlled by a droid brain, much like Vulture droids from uh, the prequel trilogies, and, well, Clone Wars also, animated series also. But yeah, it's essentially, I honestly, it's pretty much the TIE fighter from the first episode, but it's got bent-in wings that are, this one I kind of want, well, I did want to build it, but I was like, do I really want to? But it pretty much functions more or less the same as the basic TIE fighter model. I try with each of the TIE fighters to put a function on it that the other ones do not have. So, this one has an even stronger, how do I put it? It has more thrusters in it that allow it to have more lift when within, like, a gravitational planet. Though, since it's in this configuration where, there's lighter weight areas in front of the cockpit, it doesn't really function well within a heavier atmosphere. So let's, top speed of, let's see where where it caps out. It's slower than the base model TIE Fighter, but not by very much. And of course I have, honestly, this one, it's kind of weird that LEGO never remade some of their unique Star Wars sets. Kind of a disappointment, honestly. But yeah, as you can see there are thrusters in the wing, along with gimbal jets in the middle. It's actually functioning a lot better in atmosphere than I thought it would. Weird. Maybe it's because, oh, it's okay, so how I think, oh, nope, there it goes. See, if you do any turning maneuvers, then it just kind of spins out. But it was working for a second there, which I am assuming is due to the quantum rudders inside of it, so, yeah, okay. Let me give you the nice 360. In case you want to see that. There is no interior on this one. I think this is the only one that doesn't necessarily, yeah, because actually that's kind of what makes this one better, because it's actually harder to kill, because this one is the only one that you won't be able to get pilot sniped with. So yeah, that's nice. Now we go to the second one on the list, which, oh, let me turn it around like so. And boom, we have the TIE Advanced V1, which, unlike which is different from the X one because this one, well, this one is, well, in my opinion, this is just, it's not the greatest looking of the TIE Fighters in my opinion. If anything, this might be my least favorite of the bunch, but it's got features like it can fold in its wings for landing, I guess, if you really wanted to. It's, I think, but, well, it's definitely the most maneuverable because it's, well, extremely small, but it's got the same 2-blaster configuration. It actually has a much better roll rate than the other TIEs, which is very nice. So this one's kind of like the more nimble and more like combat capable, I would say, but I wouldn't say more combat capable. I just say it's the more hyper maneuverable one of the bunch. Okay, let's knock out a few of them in the asteroid belt here. The cluster. I hope I can showcase this thing getting, or one of my TIEs getting pilot sniped in one of these, because it is actually quite a big problem. Because sometimes when, I think it might have to do with something with how the game runs when there's a lot of projectiles, or how projectiles interact with blocks, but sometimes the bullets just lasers phase through your, like, vehicle, and it, like, yep, see, I'm not lying. So yeah, you can get pilot sniped with this, somehow, even though there's blocks surrounding the entire seat. But yeah, as far as the, oh, and this one also works it's probably the best in atmosphere, I would say, because it's just so small and it doesn't, like, catch on any, oh, nope, did a little flip there, but that's fine. So as you can see, it's pretty stable, honestly. I feel like I could add some thrusters on the inside to give it a bit more lift. That way you're not, like, having to nose up while flying, but yeah, pretty nice. Just show off that wing fold feature again. Though I would say that this one's 50-50 with me. I like it, but I also don't like it at the same time. Okay, moving on to the next one. I don't want to drag this out way too long. The next one is by far my absolute favorite of the not so well-known TIE fighters, and we have the TIE Hunter, which is pretty much a TIE interceptor. What it's supposed to be is pretty much the X-Wing for the Empire. So it's got 4 blasters, it has 2 EMPs, which I'm pretty sure most Imperial craft in Star Wars had EMP technology. So yeah, this one has pretty good roll, very good firepower, I would say. I actually prefer this a lot more than the TIE Interceptor that I built. It can fold in its wings, which technically it should be able to fold them further out than they are here. Like, they should, like, it's kind of hard to describe, but, yeah. As you can see, there we go, got that guy with an EMP. This one is by far, it's both my favorite and it's in my opinion, the most combat capable. Let me just demolish one more squadron. I originally designed this thing should, like, if it was going to be more accurate, it should have shields, but I just don't, oh, by accident. Okay, that's one of the problems with this thing, is it can EMP itself. I think it's also technically the most fragile of them. It's not exactly the strongest, because there's just so few wing connections. Not to mention, on my... I kind of put the blasters, like, closer to the main hull on most of my TIE fighters, but I was like, well, they're located towards the wingtip, so I should probably change that. So it's very easy to disarm this thing. At least from what I found. Okay, we got one more. And down he goes. Well, I could probably actually clunk this guy. Don't want him to feel left out. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? There we go, EMP. So yeah, this thing has a very nice versatile loadout with EMPs and blasters. Though I will say that I feel like I could, well, technically I could make the TIE Interceptor more powerful because there is the option to keep it more accurate and give it the chin-mounted guns that you'd see on regular TIEs, but this is the TIE. We're talking about the TIE Hunter right now, and yeah, don't care. Anyway, okay, let's go on to the final one for today, which I feel like is the most well-known of the weirder models, and we have the TIE Defender, which is by far the most powerful of the bunch. It's pretty damn fast, it's pretty damn maneuverable, and yeah, it's pretty good, I would say so. But yeah, each of these TIEs has a system in place so you don't overheat your guns, which is very nice, which makes them very good for fighting. But yeah, it eviscerates the poor space pirates. Though I will, this one is max complexity, and you can tell by the inner side of the rear of the wings that I didn't have enough complexity to finish like this one actually has a few flaws. I'll go to the builder to point it out, but yeah, there we go. So it just mauls through enemies. That's not a Darth Maul reference. That's closer to the TIE Mauler, which I actually haven't built that one. But you know, maybe in between episodes, maybe. But yeah, TIE Defender. This one's also one of the 50-50 designs for me. Okay, so these dingy side blocks have been used to save on complexity on the wings, and yeah, that actually makes it quite vulnerable. Also, since this thing is so huge, whenever I pilot it, it's tended to how do I put this? Turn the space pirates into kamikaze drones. So yeah, that's one of the main problems with this. Weak structures on the bottom, and being a kamikaze drone magnet. So yeah. You know what? Actually, I'll do one more. Don't look at the other ones. But we have, I saw this one somewhere on a video because whenever I build TIE fighters, I like to watch like TIE fighter lore breakdowns. It's just a very nice way to like build. But this is, I'm assuming what it's supposed to be is like, I actually don't remember. This is the one that I actually don't remember much about. But it's pretty much just a basic TIE fighter, but without the frontal tip of the solar panels. And I think what it's supposed to do is that on or in Star Wars, I imagine it would be used to for like lower, how do I put this, like, I guess lower class planets where like you don't really need to waste a full-fledged TIE fighter on like defending it, because it just wouldn't, you just don't really need to. But yeah, this is essentially the same thing as a TIE fighter, but I think I made this one slow. I either made it slower or easier to use within atmosphere. I don't remember. Honestly, don't remember. But yeah, same thing as the normal TIE fighter, but yeah, it's yellow. that is all you need to know. That is all this thing does. But anyway, let me switch back to the TIE D. I do want to kind of redo this one, because this is one of the first ones I made after the basic TIE fighter. So, yeah. There's a lot I'd change on this one. I think the wing connections between, like the actual wing bit and the weight block, that needs to change. Just really not a fan of that. But yeah, honestly, I like that there is a bunch of unique TIE fighters. Honestly, you can find lore videos on like pretty much any TIE fighter. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you could. There's also a button on the TIE D where I can actually. So, pretty much, let me just explain this by pointing out the systems. So I think somewhere in this there is a gravity sensor block, I think. Where would it be? Actually, no. I don't think. Oh, actually, since I stripped the interior out of this one, there might not be. I'd have to look through it, but, yeah, somewhere in here, maybe, there's a gravity sensor block, which, when you enter, I think, whenever it detects gravity, pretty much, I'm trying to look for it as I'm explaining this, and it's not going well. Where did I put it? Oh, I put them all in a line. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so this gravity sensor controls all the various systems within the TIE Fighter, and pretty much just it pretty much just keeps it in the air. It's only meant to like keep it from like falling too fast and breaking upon landing. So yeah, then as a secondary measure, this also controls this. So whenever you're in space, let's say you're like trying to make like tighter maneuver and you don't want to lose all your energy on a turn, I'd say this would help with that within space. Though, yeah, each of the TIE Fighters are essentially the same. There's not really much to be said, other than their more unique appearance. But yeah, I kind of wish I wish you could adjust the angle of zoom. But yeah, anyway, that's been my TIE Fighter showcase, part 2, and hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.